Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great weekend, and welcome to this new video here on Dogecoin. Pretty important video because we have hit some important levels right here in the last 24 hours, which I did not expect. It was a Saturday. Normally Saturdays you can just tune off, do something else, and not look at the markets. Yesterday for me was a pretty busy day. I did quite a lot of trading as well. But that's beside the point. I mean, quite a lot happened for Dogecoin as well, and that makes this analysis quite difficult. We even had quite a lot of volume, all right? Because obviously, when we're talking about Dogecoin here, and we're going to mainly focus on the technicals. Obviously, I'm including the fundamentals into my analysis as well, but we will not talk about those too much. But the main level that we needed to see reclaim. And we talked about this last week as well in my Dogecoin videos. Is this level right here, the value area low around 16.3. But just in general, this general area between, well, what is it, like let's say 16 cents for simplicity, up to that 16.3 cents level, that's what we needed to reclaim. And with the bullish momentum yesterday, we have been able to do so. However, that brings us in this difficult situation where normally I say, if you get a move in the weekends, if you get a breakout in the weekends, don't trust it. And now what we have seen is that we had that move in the weekend. So normally, again, I would say don't trust it. However, what's different this time is that there was actually volume. Right, so there was actually some auctioning going on, and it seems like my Wi-Fi is incredibly slow, but it seems like buyers and sellers actually do agree on the reclaim right here, and that's not only the case for Dogecoin, that's the case for a lot of major altcoins. So when we're talking about Solana, when we're talking about XRP, they show similar things, right? So then all of a sudden you have broken above a strong level here. And that makes me think for now, and well, it gets a little bit more difficult at the end, but it makes me think for now that this is a real reclaim. All right. In general, I'm also, even though I do think like Bitcoin has a lot of imbalances to the downside. However, I'm getting a little bit more positive on Bitcoin with the bottom we made right here, the volume we've seen, but also with the strength of this reclaim, regardless of the imbalances. And that obviously matters for Dogecoin as well. Dogecoin is still correlated to Bitcoin for about 83%, which is pretty major. So that matters. So my positivity about Bitcoin in combination with the technicals for Dogecoin, I mean, technically, this is a textbook reclaim. That means that I'll have to say that I think it's most likely we will be able to hold this support level. Now, getting a Monday or a Sunday to Monday transition is always volatile. So getting a fake out like this is always a possibility. But I think ultimately the level will be able to hold. That we will be able to get a move into that level between 17.5 and 18 cents. Those are my thoughts on Dogecoin. Like I said, be prepared for that fake out. This is normal price action. So this doesn't invalidate my video and my analysis. This would even make it a bit stronger. If we actually drop down below, let's say, well, our main support level is like 15.8 cents, our last. If we drop down below that and we actually reclaim 16 cents after that, would be great. But yeah, so that seems most likely. Now, would I trade that? No, I think there's other altcoins that are looking much stronger. And for Dogecoin, and that's what I meant with it, it makes it a little bit more difficult. What you see very often, and I'm going to try to draw this as well as I can, what you see very often is that if you have a balance right here, so the value area high, value area low, and then the POC here in the middle, and the price drops down below that, and it tries to get back in, what very often happens is that when you get a strong touch from the POC, it's more likely price will resume back down. And so far, Dogecoin has had a pretty strong touch from the previous month POC. So yeah, that makes it all a little bit more tricky. I'm still going to stick with my analysis and say that I think it's most likely the reclaim holds. But is it going to be volatile the next 24 hours? For sure. Is this enough to long Dogecoin? Potentially, but I would much prefer to long other coins. Those are my thoughts. That's sort of thing you need to know. Hopefully that helps. But for now, that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.